the merits of anyone else's case. The internet would have you believe that Michael Jordan won every game he played. The internet would have you believe that talk about the merits of anyone else's case. The internet would have you believe that Michael Jordan
oh my God,
you want to, and you'll find enough evidence to support his reputation. First and foremost, Jordan might well be.
He got faked out and switched hands and blocked dude with his left hand.
You want to.
Look,
Find enough
come
evidence
here.
to support his reputation. First and foremost,
Different. What's poppin', YouTube? It's a kid, BaffourHD. We back in with another banger. We about to react to Michael Jordan making a case. We about to see if he better than Larry Bird, Kobe Bryant, Shaq, LeBron James. I know we got a lot of LeBron James fans in, watching the video right now. Let me know in the comment section who you got. LeBron, Larry Bird, Kobe. I got Kobe. Number 2, 4, number 8. Don't play with 8. Don't play. I don't get it. Dude passed away and y'all started talking a lot of smack about my man Kobe. I don't like that. So, hey, let me know in the comment section. LeBron, Larry Bird, Jordan, Kobe, Dominique Wilkins, Shaq, whoever you got, your best of all time. Your favorite player. It don't gotta make sense to other people. Your favorite player. Let me know in the comment section right now. Hey, Michael Jordan, I heard he goated. And you know I'm starting to think he goated. I thought Kobe was that guy, but everybody letting me know Kobe copying Michael Jordan. Woo woo. I see it. Y'all kind of right, but don't that make Kobe second best ever? If Michael Jordan is the best ever, how you gonna bump Kobe to like 7th all time if Jordan is the best ever and Kobe's apparently the closest thing to Jordan? Shit don't add up. See? But hey, leave a like, comment, subscribe for Michael Jordan making a case. Let's go for like 1,000 likes, y'all. You feel me? Let's go for like 1,000 likes. Michael Jordan not gonna be biased. Stick through with me. Watch the whole video. And I gotta, I probably got something smart to say, little tips on something at the end of the video. And we got a giveaway at 50,000 subscribers. Yeah!
intimate experience of a team sport that exists. And because of the different styles that basketball allows for, players develop their own distinct identities and signature styles for activity.
Hey, that Jordan logo dunk is iconic. We just gotta plaster that. That's iconic. Nobody could change that. Let's keep it moving though. Unless you could, was Shaq's dunk iconic? It is, but Jordan's has to be #1.
Flair.
Oh my, who's that? Let me know in the comment section, who's that? Oh my God.
And although no player succeeds alone, the scoring volume and two-way nature of the sport give individual stars a nearly unprecedented amount of control over the flow and outcome of a game. For this reason, players are constantly compared to their peers and to the legends of the past in order to answer the most hotly contested question in the sport.
Okay.
Who's the greatest to ever do it? For many, the question is redundant. They believe in only one right answer, their answer. Others might have their own personal stance, but acknowledge one or two alternatives. I believe that there's much more nuance to the question of greatness and more answers to it than you might think. By my count, there are 8 players in NBA history that have a substantial claim as the GOAT.
He better have Kobe Bryant in his top 8 player, or whatever he's talking about, better have Kobe in it, or I'm gonna be heated. Heated! Let's go.
Subjective thing though. I can't give you a definitive answer.
Okay.
All I can do is make the argument.
Okay.
So today, I'll be making the case for Michael Jordan as the greatest basketball player of all time.
Alright. He better have a video on this about Kobe Bryant too, because I've already seen his Larry Bird version. Hey, shout out to the Larry Bird making a case video. Go check it out. He better have a Kobe Bryant version too. And I'm going to check the Magic Johnson, all that.
Well, what can I say? What on earth can I say about Michael Jordan's case as the greatest basketball player to ever live that hasn't been said before? What do you think I'm going to talk about that didn't get covered in the 10-hour documentary that premiered at a time when there was no other sports content? There's no forgotten game that I can tell you about that shows just how good Jordan was. We've all seen those games. Every possible angle of the Michael Jordan case.
Hey, low-key, his three-pointer was ugly as hell. What was that? Whole form, everything terrible. Look.
I've seen those games. Every possible angle of the Michael
He's
Jordan
the greatest,
case
though.
has been dissected inside and out. There are no original takes when it comes to the subject. Michael Jordan is a ubiquitous figure in large part because he was and is a brand. And what do American advertisers love more than a good brand? The good people at McDonald's, Nike, Gatorade, and the NBA itself succeeded in making sure that damn near everyone in the world knew that Michael Jordan played in the NBA and that he was a winner. I mean, honestly, when you see the number 23 anywhere, don't you immediately think of Michael Jordan? I mean, even if you're a LeBron fan, you have to admit that that is Michael Jordan's number.
Actually, nah, yeah, bro, 23 Jordan.
The part about the Jordan experience is that as he became a global icon, he did nothing but continue to deliver the goods.
Oh my God!
Can I show you that you haven't already seen 100 times?
Oh!
His cradle dunk in college, the game winner in the 82.
He did the cradle in college?
The free throw line dunk.
Oh my God, that's crazy.
Pouring
All
in
time.
a record 63 points against the
All
86
time.
Celtics. The shot.
That is a crazy shot. I was talking about that last time in one of my videos. He pump faked mid-air. This man jumped, saw the block coming, pump fake, double clutch, whilst in the air, and then shot it, went the defender blew pass. Weirdo.
The shrug.
And then that's the double hand. The double hand.
Spectacular move.
Oh my God.
The shrug.
Come on now, it's Jordan.
Against the Knicks.
Come here, stupid.
Passing to Steve Kerr for championship number 5.
Oh my God, water.
Moments burned into every basketball fan's consciousness.
What?
Every one of those moments
it's crazy.
To propel Jordan higher and higher.
That's crazy.
Zeitgeist until he was one of maybe the 5 most famous human beings on the planet. And yet, the inevitable passage of time has eroded the consensus around Jordan's GOATs.
Let me know in the comment section. Top 3 most famous people at that time when Jordan was the best player in the world. I'm gonna go with Michael Jackson. I kept trying to, that messed me up bad. Michael Jackson. I'm trying to think who else could have been more famous than Michael Jordan at the time. I don't know. Let me know in the comment section.
Status, especially with younger people who might not have been alive to see him play. That's not to say that there aren't young people who don't see him as the GOAT. It's not as airtight as it once was. And I hate to speculate on behalf of an entire generation of basketball fans.
You just watched that man.
I was 516 days old when Michael Jordan won his last championship. I can't remember much about it. And I think that people who didn't live through Jordan's prime are a little tired of hearing how great he was.
Thank you.
Of course, people want to be alive to see greatness.
Thank you.
They want to be able to say, I saw the best ever. Now,
Thank you.
That makes it right, but it's part of the explanation.
He's spitting right now.
Is that Jordan's celebrity seems to cloud everything he did. At times, it feels almost like propaganda. How many times have you seen this? Some basketball account on Twitter or somewhere on the internet celebrates the anniversary of something that, say, Wilt Chamberlain did. And in the comments, somebody says something like, Wilt Chamberlain, the most dominant player I ever saw. And then someone comes back unfailingly and says, in all caps, did you never see Michael Jordan play? It's not just that you have to...
Oh my God!
It's that you cannot talk about the merits of anyone else's case. The internet would have you believe that Michael Jordan won every game he played. The internet would have you believe that talk about the merits of anyone else's case. The internet would have you believe that Michael Jordan
won every game
he played and made every shot he took. And that kind of talk breeds resentment from people who want to appreciate other
come here. Oh my God.
Because he wasn't perfect. He didn't win every game.
Facts.
He didn't make every shot.
Facts.
And you can have a debate about who the greatest of all time is. Clayton, what the heck, dude? I thought this was supposed to be a video about why he is the GOAT. It is. All of that is just to say that that's how this is going to go. I'm not going to try to convince you
that it's going to be fair. Okay.
Because if you can separate the legend and the basketball player, it's more than enough. Oh, and by the way, we're going to ignore his Wizards career as much as we can.
Because he was shitty back then. Well, not shitty, but that's the end of his career.
Basketball player. What do we have? In 13 seasons with the Chicago Bulls, Michael Jordan was a 6-time champion, 6-time Finals MVP, 5-time regular season MVP, a 12-time All-Star, was selected to 10 first-team All-NBAs, made second-team All-NBA in his rookie season, was the Defensive Player of the Year in...
Second-team All-NBA rookie season? That's crazy.
Had 9 All-Defensive first-team selections, was a 10-time scoring leader, and in college won the 1982 NCAA championship and was named the 1984 NCAA Player of the Year. Without a word of analysis or commentary, that resume is screaming about one of the most decorated and successful basketball players in history. Jordan's case is related to bars in that you can pick from just about any criteria you want to, and you'll find enough evidence to support his reputation. First and foremost, Jordan might well be.
He got faked out and switched hands and blocked dude with his left hand.
You want to.
Look, come here.
Support his reputation. First and foremost,
different.
Jordan might well be the greatest scorer in basketball history.
Different.
During his 2 years with the Wizards, Jordan's scoring
No, that's some Kobe shit.
Per game. Years with the Wizards, Jordan's scoring average was 31.5 points per game.
31 points per game?
Jersey scored more points on an average night than any other player ever. Including his Wizards tenure, he averaged 30.12 points per game. Still the highest of
He averaged 30 points with the Wizards? I thought he was shitty.
Any player ever, beating out Wilt Chamberlain by a few decimal places.
I thought he was shitty in the Wizards.
Play was only matched by the substance of his game. Every ounce of athleticism brought comparisons to Dr. J was matched by footwork that could only be seen in players like Hakeem Olajuwon. His acrobatic layups are underscored by his unerring technique and diligence that make him a case study in fundamentals. At his peak, he tortured guards in the post, eluded big men with his electric personality.
That was crazy, y'all.
Best mid-range scorer of all time, and ran Phil Jackson's triangle for all it was worth. He had nearly every offensive facet of the game in his toolbox, and he pulled out that toolbox every night. He has the highest usage rate of all time, scoring in volume on a nightly basis. But he also pushes advanced metrics and efficiency stats to their breaking point. He has the highest player efficiency ranking ever, the highest offensive box plus minus ever.
He has the highest efficiency ever? Hold on, let's run that stat back, bruh.
Pushes advanced metrics and efficiency stats to their breaking points. He has the highest player efficiency ranking ever, the highest offensive box plus minus ever, the 5th most win shares, the most win shares per 48 minutes, an outstanding true shooting percentage, and so on. It is unfathomable to me that Jordan combined such unprecedented volume with such pristine efficiency. His opponents were allowed little reprieve on the other end of the floor, as Jordan quickly developed into one of the...
Every time I watch these videos, it makes it just too clear that he's the greatest ever. But I still think it's Kobe. Maybe because I was a lot, you know what I'm saying, to see it. I was old enough to understand what I was watching. Kobe's just the greatest ever to me.
Defenders. In 1988, Jordan led the league in scoring with 35 points a game, won the MVP, and was named Defensive Player of the Year, leading the league in steals. Jordan defended opponents like a shark smelling blood. He forced bad passes, contested shots, leapt passing lanes, all while talking enough trash to sell a pay-per-view fight. There might not have ever been a more nightmarish matchup on both ends of the floor. He could go into games, tell his own team to stay out of the way, dunk on his defender, and then put that guy in a straitjacket the second he crossed half court. And yet, despite the ungodly amount of energy that he must have expended every night, Jordan was one of the most durable and consistent players of his generation. Aside from his injury-shortened 86 season and his mid-season comeback in 95, Jordan never missed more than 4 games in a single season. In 8 of his Chicago seasons, he played all 82 games. The objective of a basketball game is to score more points than your opponent, right? So you'd love a player who can score a buttload of points. You'd also love a player who keeps the other team from scoring points. When you put those two things together, the best scorer ever and one of the most tenacious defenders in history, you get Michael Jordan, whose peak reaches into uncharted airspace.
That's crazy.
Michael Jordan, at his best, was better than everyone. Plain and simple. He would score, defend, and play in such a way that made winning second nature. No one else has ever tasted the air at the top of peak Jordan.
Kobe Bryant.
Top of that mountain, he was
Kobe
at everyone else.
Kobe.
But what about before?
Kobe.
I hear the skeptics among
Kobe.
and that's a fair point.
Somebody tell him to say Kobe. He playing with Kobe, man. This nigga's playing with Kobe. I don't like that.
To the Milwaukee Bucks, the Boston Celtics, and most memorably, the Detroit Pistons. And I've seen this misconception that those losses all took place while Jordan was still basically on his own.
He just got ripped.
Jackson and Scottie Pippen.
Who's that? Oh, that's Isaiah Thomas.
Correct.
He just ripped Jordan.
Piston losses took place while Scottie was on the team. And in 1990, Phil Jackson was the coach, and the Bulls won 55 games, just 4 fewer than the Pistons. You can blame it on whatever. Injuries, the Pistons' patented Jordan rules, and even Jordan himself.
Oh my God.
Fair point of criticism to point out.
That's a flagrant 2 in today's game. Kick that nigga out, and that's a suspension, and they need to give him a fucking pay cut, all of that, and then you got to take him to another team. The shit he just did to the most important player in the league, like their money maker,
Lost
make an example of whoever just try to hurt, bro.
However, you can't stop
Nah,
the
bro,
conversation there.
that's a flagrant
The Bulls
10.
got swept by the '86 Celtics, but come on, that team is pretty universally regarded.
They got swept by the
best
Celtics?
team and one of the best teams of all time after they went on to win the title. The fact
Larry
that
Bird.
63 on them, a record
Ooh,
that
come
still
here.
stands, is
Stupid.
outstanding.
Come on.
The '87 Celtics also made the finals. So did the '88 Pistons,
Ooh.
and the '89 Pistons, and the 1990 Pistons, winning the whole thing. Their losses, nonetheless. But it wasn't like he was being beat by the Washington Generals. He was losing and sharpening his teeth against the best.
Come here.
For whatever it's worth.
Come here.
And it's worth something.
Come here.
Speaking of Phil and Scottie, another point of contention with Jordan's claim to the throne is the fact that he played for the most decorated coach in basketball and with the best sidekick in sports.
Facts. Phil Jackson and Scottie
To
Pippen.
a T.
And he got Rodman. Come on.
Scottie, there are some people out there.
Come on, let's be fair. If we're gonna watch, if y'all tell me to watch these Jordan videos, let's be fair. Let's be fair. Kobe Bryant.
Pippen was nothing more than a glorified role player. They'll say he didn't have the game to carry a team to a title, and he didn't have the aptitude to spend too much time in the spot. They'd have you believe that Scottie Pippen was nothing without Michael Jordan. And that's ridiculous. You can disagree with me.
Not nothing, but the 6 out of 6 rings?
The best perimeter defender imaginable. He combined size with...
Come on, bro. It's a team sport. We're not saying Jordan was nothing without him. We're not saying that. But you don't go 6 and 6 without him.
And fraternity to the Bulls that might not have existed otherwise. He was approachable and likable.
Hey!
To Jordan's unyielding intensity. Most importantly, Scottie accepted and flourished in his role. The amount of credit that he deserves and does not get.
Wasn't Scottie Pippen hating on Jordan? Let me know in the comment section. I'm pretty sure he was low-key hating on him.
Jordan didn't win those championships alone, and those guys all deserve more recognition. When it comes to Phil Jackson, it's been fascinating to revisit Jordan's approach to the game and see how it changed under Jackson. Guys like Mike, Kobe, and Wilt all approached basketball in a similar way, in that they felt that the best chance their team had to win was for them to have the ball in their hands as much as possible. These days, we'd call what they did iso ball, or hero ball. Isolate against the defender,
oh my God!
And beat your man one-on-one. Watching Mike's early years, it sticks out, painfully at times. Shooting over triple teams, refusing to give the ball up, even if a teammate had an open look. Kobe turned his game after Jordan, and you can see the same tendencies.
Look at Kobe.
Prolific scorer and record setter.
Kobe game sexy as hell, no
in
cap.
a manner that gained him the reputation.
I don't want nobody arguing with me in the comment section. Kobe's game is sexy. That's crazy.
And a stellar supporting cast.
Jordan got the greatest highlights. LeBron, no.
His game, resulting in one of the most dominant stretches any athlete has ever had in their sport. Of course,
Jordan got the greatest highlights.
Stuff to go and win his one-on-one battles.
Oh my God! Stand up.
As well as anyone ever has. Kobe did the same thing. He won 3 championships with Shaq at the beginning of the decade of the aughts and finished the decade.
If y'all tell me that's not the best human to ever play basketball, stop it. Kobe Bryant.
Back-to-back championships. Now, who was Kobe's coach during those championship years?
Phil Jackson.
That helped him tailor his game to a more team-friendly approach, so as to unlock the group's championship potential. Oh yeah, it was Phil Jackson.
Phil Jackson.
Phil Jackson should, and does, get praise for managing some of the most eclectic locker rooms in basketball, satiating some of the most headstrong egos in the world, and providing an environment where the most talked about team with the most popular athlete could do their jobs. The Bulls' success might not have been what it was without Scottie Pippen. It might not have happened without Phil Jackson and Horace Grant and Tony Kukoc.
But it doesn't matter.
And Bill Cartwright and all of those guys.
But
Basketball
without Jordan,
game after all.
Stop it.
It's our fault that they might not get talked about as much as they should. We are the people who talk about these kinds of things and create the dialogue that takes place about them. That doesn't somehow discredit what Jordan did for those teams or nullify what he contributed. Yeah, Scottie was a perfect
God.
Yes, Phil Jackson was a masterful coach. Those things can still be true, and Michael Jordan can still be the greatest of all time. Scottie accepted his role on the team. He accepted that he was going to be the second guy. Jordan still had to go out there and do his job as
Scottie was like that?
He had to set the tone.
Like that?
And every game, he had to put the ball in the hole, share responsibilities guarding the other team's best player, take over start slipping out of hand, and
baby.
Take the last shot.
That's crazy. That dunk is crazy.
Unless Mike does what everyone expects him to, which is to be the best player in the world.
Fact.
As for Phil, yes, it is true that he tempered Michael's worst impulses. He helped sand off the rough edges and align the team. But Mike still had to accept that coaching. He had to adapt and do the work. Plus, isn't it a coach?
Oh my God.
Why is it a
tough ass shot?
His coach was
tough ass shot, bro.
Michael Jordan doesn't deserve.
Stop playing with Jordan. That's a tough ass shot.
But he does deserve
I'm gonna lose my breath and all
share
that.
of credit because he shouldered the lion's share of responsibility of such an incredible team. How incredible of a team were they? Well,
that's a great team highlight.
Chicago Bulls finished the regular season 72-10.
Hey,
that's more wins than anyone had
Oh
ever.
my God, get up!
A record that most people thought would never be.
Get up!
And not only were they such a prolific regular
Steve Kerr,
team, but
Steve Kerr
that season with a championship to deliver the most successful season that any NBA team has ever had. Which brings us to another common Jordan barb. The fact that the NBA was, at the time, looking to capitalize on its enormous popularity and expand into more media markets. From 1988 to 1995, the league saw 6 new teams enter the league, and with each new team, the talent pool of the league got a little more diluted and a little more diluted. As far as I'm concerned, this is a perfectly valid point to bring up when discussing whether or not 72 wins validates the 1996 Bulls as the best basketball team of all time. I don't think it disqualifies them in the same way that I don't think that just taking 72 wins at face value automatically puts them at the top. But when people try to say that Michael Jordan played in a weak era or didn't face tough competition, it makes me want to pull my teeth out with.
That's how I feel. I'm not gonna cap. That's how I feel, bro. When I be watching these highlights, sometimes I'm like, who the fuck is this nigga? I'll cross him up. Who's that defender? Like they can't fathom what a crossover and all these things are. And I just think that's just what human beings are. You just upgrade. We're like an update of the older people. Everybody knows every move now. The worst person on the court understands he could probably do a tween, all types of shit. And you know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, and that's facts. You can't, like, come on, bro. The whole league is better now. Stop it.
You know who Jordan was losing to. So, who was he beating once his reign began? John Starks, Charles Oakley, and Patrick Ewing on the New York Knicks, the Bad Boy Pistons.
That's tough. That's
Magic
crazy
Johnson,
tough. That's
Clyde
crazy
Drexler,
tough.
Dominique
That's
Wilkins,
tough. That's
Charles
tough.
Barkley.
Look, nobody's saying great and crazy ass people were not in there. We're just saying it was also filled up with a lot of, like, you know what I'm saying? A lot of, I don't know if you really talented at basketball. Like, it was, the league was full of a lot of people like that. That's what we're saying.
Larry Johnson.
You still gotta play the greats and shit, obviously.
Gary Payton, Sean Kemp.
But the league's a lot harder
John
now.
Stockton,
Like, come on.
Karl Malone, and Reggie Miller. Basically every relevant basketball player.
It's
from
more
the
skilled
1990s,
now.
Beside David Robinson and Akeem
Let me say
Olajuwon.
that. Not more hard, whatever, just more
I
skilled.
don't care to count up how many all-NBA opponents the Bulls saw versus someone else, or how many all-star teammates Jordan had versus other players, or any of that. Because one, the players on that list all passed the smell test of a competitive era with flying colors.
Oh my God, you just cooked that man.
And three,
Cooked him.
Because, like I have said, and will continue to
Come
say,
here. Oh my God, give me that.
has advantages.
Hey.
Everybody.
Ooh.
You become great.
Ooh.
by
Spin
capitalizing
move.
on the
Come here.
moments when everything lines up for you. You seize the opportunity and press the advantage. So what if the Bulls were expected to win? They did win. and they were expected to win because
Oh my
Michael Jordan
God,
hit the
Scotty.
scales in their favor against everybody. And as a final objection, people who are looking to dethrone Jordan will tell you that he was an asshole to his teammates, that he alienated those who he didn't deem worthy or tough enough to play alongside him, and he refused to respect or trust them. And that is a fact. He was an asshole. He punched multiple teammates in the face, belittled his peers for mishandling passes, and spoke to his teammates in a way that would not fly in 2020. It's a fact that feels especially stark when you take into account the impact that more reserved and compassionate leaders like Tim Duncan and Bill Russell had on their teams. It is possible to win in the NBA without being a jerk, but it's also possible to win while being a jerk. And remember, Jordan wasn't lashing out for no reason. He wasn't walking into the gym just looking for an ego boost and to demean someone while he took the day off. He wanted his teammates to work as hard as he did.
Who the hell was that dude? He's bitching the whole time. I just want to know. Just let me know in the comment section. I need to go look up that dude and just roast him. I'm gonna make a dedicated video to whoever had the black shirt on. Michael Jordan just made him his personal bitch the whole time. That's a grown ass man.
Bulls could not be playing games.
Hell no, bro. I'm in the NBA.
They
Fuck
had to
no.
play as if they needed
Nope.
to win. Because
Nope.
psychologically, Jordan did. Take Tim Duncan and compare him to Michael Jordan. You never hear about Tim Duncan really tearing into some dude in front of the whole team at practice. You never hear about Mike not taking the opportunity to chew out a teammate that could have done something better. They are polar opposites when it comes to
Like,
how
who
they
is
led,
that? He looks
but they were
scared.
both leaders, and both of their styles worked. In the same way that not everybody could play for the Spurs, not everybody could play for the Bulls. If you couldn't handle the team first, no one is above the group approach.
He was
to the
clowning that man.
You weren't playing with Tim Duncan. And if you couldn't handle getting called out, being pushed past your stress point, and playing without fear, you were not playing with Michael Jordan. They both shared a common vision of basketball perfection. They set a high standard and expected everyone around them to work as hard as they did at achieving that standard. If you didn't, you were out. So yeah, Michael wasn't nice. Not everyone could get along with him. If he had spent his years in the league making a villain out of himself and making enemies out of everyone else, toiling away in the postseason without ever breaking through, that would be one thing. But what he did worked. It produced results. And speaking of results, the guy won.
Jordan and Miller got into it?
And he won all of them as the best player. I know that the people who want to discredit Jordan have already found a million ways to get around 6 rings, but I don't buy any of them. It is literally the best claim that any player has to the throne. He won more championships as the best player on the team than anyone but Bill Russell. But Jordan did it with more teams and more variables that could have set the team back. He checks all of the boxes. He had more success than Wilt.
This
had
dude's
more
making hella sense right now.
than Russell, had a higher peak than Bird or Magic, and leveraged that peak for more titles as the guy than Kareem.
See, he don't say nothing about Kobe. He's playing with my man.
That decide games. As an individual talent, he is an A+.
Money.
As special as you can get. As well-rounded as anyone ever. As a team athlete, his place in the game is immortalized. Listen, it's impossible to watch Michael Jordan and not romanticize him. No object in the world looks more natural than a basketball in Michael Jordan's hand. It's like the ball was designed for him, or like he was made for the ball, or both. You can't appreciate Michael Jordan without hyperbole and superlatives. He is the avatar of sport. He is competition incarnate. His defining trait remains his insatiable need to win. He wanted to win at everything. When he came into the league, there were questions about his shooting and his defense. So he became a Defensive Player of the Year and a mid-range marksman. He heard he couldn't win for years. So he took it all out on his competition and led his teams to 2 separate three-peats. He ironed out all of his flaws because he would accept no result but victory. So don't even start to tell me that he wouldn't have developed a three-point shot today. And more than anything, sport is an art form, isn't it? It's expression, it's theater, and it's story.
God.
Sports is the excitement, the show, and Michael Jordan was the most dynamic show in the world during the end of the century. Part of it too is because the Jordan show wasn't terribly
Hey, this nigga's having
There wasn't
fun.
a lot of baggage attached to the Michael Jordan experience. The things that he did made people believe,
Oh my
if
God.
only for a few moments, in superheroes.
Mm.
Spectators looked at him, hoping to find something to connect with. They found the indomitability of human will. The old sports cliche fully realized that the game is won by the team who wants it more. And we all like to think of ourselves like that we are wired like Jordan. But let's face it, we're not all like that. That's what made him special. There's only one Michael Jordan. As for the story, how's this? There's a guy who is knocking on the door of the Pantheon. He has been for a while now. He captures the imagination of everyone who has ever seen him play. He might well be the most talented player to ever lace up a pair of shoes, but he just can't seem to break through. He loses in the playoffs against the same team over and over and over. Every year he gets a little bit closer and a little bit closer until finally he breaks through. His talent is justified with 1, 2, 3 championships, all in a row. It hadn't been done in 30 years. Now there's talk about how this guy might not just be the best talent, he might be the best ever. And as he's climbed the mountain, he has become the most famous athlete in the world. And then he retires, only to come back a year and a half later. In his first full year back from retirement, he is back. And then they do it again. By now, he is practically lapping every other player historically. Every image of Michael Jordan in recent memory is of his team holding the trophy. By 1998, he had won 5 championships in 7 years. 3 in a row, and then back to back. And now it was the end, the last year of everyone's contracts. The team's blowing it up. This is their last ride, the last dance. They're running on fumes, but they climb all the way back.
And they won a 6th.
Back in the finals. The target on their backs has never been bigger. The pressure has never been heavier. In Game 6, on the road, looking to wrap up an unprecedented second three-peat. In a game with more people, it goes down to the wire. The Utah Jazz won't go away.
Wow.
Unfortunately for them, they're playing against Michael Jordan, who saved his best for last. Here is Michael Jordan's...
This that crossover, isn't it?
Chicago Bull.
This that crossover, isn't it? Stupid. Oh my God. Oh. Yeah, we got to end a video on that. We got to, hey, let me know in the comment section your favorite part about this video. Leave a like, comment, subscribe. It's all love. Yeah, like I said, let me know who your favorite players. It don't got to make sense to everybody. Just let me know who your favorite players. And yeah, we out, gang. Let's go.